he says, count it all joy. Count it all joy? And I've often said I thought he was crazy when I first read that verse. But now you can see where it makes sense because you're going to count it joy. You know what? As a student, you should get excited when your teacher is going to test you because now you have a chance to show. Of course, if you haven't been practicing, you won't have a chance to show. But if you've been practicing and putting in the time and putting in the effort, you're going to show that teacher, I can do it. And that's joyful because you know what you're going to get at the end of that is a smile and a proud moment from that teacher saying, great job. Well done, you good and trustworthy student. You practiced. You did what I told you to do. Of course, you're not going to count it all joy if you know full well you didn't study, you didn't practice, and you're not ready. Because now you're going to have the teacher say, shame on you, you slothful student who didn't do what I asked you to do. Now you're going to be embarrassed. And you're going to have the suffering that you get from being in a place of dishonor instead of honor. And we all know what that's like. You know, I used to laugh in high school. I remember this happening in high school where people would get all nervous when test day came. And I would be like, what are you all nervous about? Well, I didn't study. I'm afraid I'm going to fail. I said, why are you afraid? You know you're going to fail. You know you didn't study. So what's to be nervous about? I mean, I would say that most people going to take a test know within 5 points what they're going to get. They know if they're prepared. Very rarely is someone shocked. Maybe they're shocked because they get a better grade, but rarely are they shocked when they get a lesser grade because they know they didn't study. They know they didn't practice. They didn't put the time in. And so I used to laugh because people say, well, aren't you nervous? I said, no. They said, well, did you study? I said, no, and I expect to get a lousy grade. I'm not happy about it. But you understand what I'm saying? In other words, honesty with yourself is going to change all that. So if you're afraid of trials, then that's because you know you're not preparing for them. Maybe that's a little bit of a smack on the toe that we needed to hear. You know, one of the reasons we're afraid of trials is because we're not preparing for them. In other words, we're not doing what we need to do so that when it comes, it's an opportunity to count it joy. Why? Because I got a chance to impress my Father by handling this trial, by going into it without fear, knowing that He'll provide a way of escape, and that it's simply testing my belief and my trust in Him, and I'm going to stand still and see the deliverance of my Creator, etc., etc., etc. Go back and listen to the Fear of Yahweh teaching. Okay, that'll help you with this whole thing, is understanding how we're supposed to approach things. But with that mindset, can you see how we can count this joy? You can count it joy because it's a chance to impress your Father. He's testing me. I got to show Him that I've come further along and I've been practicing and I'm ready. That doesn't mean it's not going to still be miserable and suffering, because after all, it's still a trial. But you can count it a joy because you have an opportunity there. It's an opportunity to do Deuteronomy 8:2. He's going to test you to see whether it's in your heart to do what He told you to do. He's also going to see how humble you are, because that's part of Deuteronomy 8:2. And so count it all joy when He tries you and tests you to prove